Okay, here I just want to just share this with you. It's nothing much. I was just reading in this car magazine. I really love cars, especially like high performance cars, old school sports cars. But I saw this formula, and it was displacement, which was equal to pi times S times 1/2 B squared. The displacement, that's the cubic inches and stuff of the engine. S was the stroke. Of course, that's the length of the cylinders, the bore. That's like that's the circumference or thickness or whatever. And then C is the cylinders, the number of cylinders. So it was just interesting to look at that. So I was just like, when I saw it, I said, well, let me, see what's going on and see how accurate this is. I knew it was accurate, but I'm the type of person I just want to see myself. So I looked at three of my favorite just cars that I knew the displacement by heart. I knew that a 96 Impala Super Sport, I knew it had a 350. It's a Chevrolet. I knew it had a 350. I knew an 89 Mustang GT 5.0. I knew it had a 302. I knew that an 87 Grand National had a 231. So I'll just show you these really quickly. And that's the 89 Mustang GT 5.0, the Fox body. Below that, that's the 96 Impala Super Sport. And below that, that's the 89 Grand National GNX, just to get a picture of it. So I started looking at it. Let me bring it back up. So I started looking at it and I was like, well, let me see what will work right here. So I basically started looking at the Impala. So I knew that this should be somewhere around 350. I didn't know how exact it would be. So you basically have to multiply pi. Yeah, I use 3.14 for pi. Of course, we know that never ends. The stroke of this car was the stroke of this car was 3.48. Okay. And then it was a V8. So that would be 8. And then, y'all, for 1/2, just to make this easy, I'm going to put 0.5. So that was 0.5 times the bore. The bore was 4. And all that would be squared. So basically, we're doing this and we're putting it into a mathematical equation just to see, what we will get in the end. But anyway, after we figure all of this out, and I use the calculator, and of course, y'all, you still have to do the order of operations. That doesn't change, even though we're applying it, to real life. 0.5 times 4 is 2. Of course, half of 4 is 2, and 2 squared is 4. All right. So in the end, once we did all that and I did the multiplication, I actually got 349.67 cubic inches, which made that, as we said, that was that 350 that we were talking about. So that was just cool how it worked out for us. And now you can see. So when you see that, if you're in the cars, that's something you can really see how you can bore and stroke an engine to increase the displacement, to increase the performance, and things like that, if you know. And if you're not, it's really cool to look up. So now I looked at a Mustang GT, the 5.0. So I looked at that one and I knew that it had a 4 point, I'm sorry, 4 for the bore and 3 inches for the stroke. So once again, for pi, y'all, like I said, I let it be equal to 3.14. Okay, the stroke was 3. Then the cylinders, that's a V8. Okay. And then I had 0.5, y'all. That's what I used for that 1/2 in there. Times 4. And then of course that was squared, as we said before. So when I solved this one and worked through it, and y'all, you could do it and play with it. I'm just gonna do it 3.14 times 3 times 8. And remember, y'all, you still have to do this parentheses exponents. Please excuse my during Sally, nothing's changed. 0.5 times 4 is 2. 2 squared is equal to 4. And in the end, right here, once I multiplied it, now the rounding may be off, but that was 301.44. So cubic inches. So like we said, we knew it had a 302. So just for consistency and just to close it out, I looked at another one of my favorite cars. By then, I pretty much knew, okay, this formula, is legit and it was a cool. I knew it was because it was in a um, car book, like a performance car book, and I was actually shocked to see it, to be honest. But I just also tried the 3.14. All of this stuff wasn't in here. It was just like the equation was in there. But that's the beauty of it because when you're dealing with math and engineering, all of this stuff is going to coincide. So a Grand National had a 3.4-inch stroke, and it was a six-cylinder. All right, it was a six-cylinder, and then it had a let me see, a 3.8-inch bore. And like I say, y'all, I guess it's cool because I really love math and I really love cars as well. So I like to see the way it coincided. So we look back at it. That's going to be 3.14 times 3.4 times 6. Remember, that's a V6 or a vehicle. Um, then I took that. Yeah, I think it was this number ended up being 3.61. Okay. And then once I did everything here, all the math and the multiplication, it was a 231.44, which, you can look it up and that's it. So that's just cool how it coincides. And of course, I already knew how you can bore and stroke an engine just to increase the performance, to increase the displacement of the engine and things like that. So yeah, it's just another way of how we could use the math in just about any area. But it was just thought that was pretty cool.